Welcome dear students, class 9, subject English. Earlier we have done 2 chapters from the book Bihar. Now today we'll start the second book, first chapter, The Lost Child, written by Mulk Raj Anand. Now you can see the title, The Lost Child. When you read this, number of questions come to your mind. For example, who was the child, what happened, where did he go, and so on. Don't worry children, you will be able to give the answers yourself once we complete the chapter. Now question from my side. Have you ever been to the Dashara Mela? Now what you visualize when you think of the Dashara Mela? You imagine different stalls, sweets, toys, swings, and your innate desire just to go, just to buy all those things, and your parents refusing. Beta, all these things you will see in this chapter. It will be easy for you to understand now. Students, before starting the explanation, we'll discuss the theme of the story. Theme is the baseline on which the story is based. This beautiful short story concentrates on the universality of a child's desire for everything. It is about a child, his aspirations, demands, and realization. The story is mainly focused on the awareness of parents. The message is, sometimes we really don't understand the true value of parents and take them as granted. But the significance of parents is revealed only when they are out of sight and we realize that the world is upside down, totally different. That is what the child realized once he got lost in the fair. Once he wanted a number of things, and when he came to know that his parents were not there in front of him, he lost the charm of all these things that he wanted earlier. The ending is emotional, no doubt, as the reader keeps on guessing whether the lost child would have finally found his parents or not. In this chapter, we get to learn one moral lesson in life. What is more important, things or parents? Now we will see the explanation with the help of the book, the chapter as it is given. Now for making it easy, we have divided the complete information in 5 main parts. So we'll see the explanation from the book. Part 1, Visiting the Fair. A child went to the fair with his parents. The scene is of a village. The name of the child is not given, so throughout the story we call him as a little child, roughly in between the age group of 5 to 7. See the first line, the festival of spring. It is the time of February and March, when there is pleasant weather. People were travelling. Some were on the foots, some on horses, and some on bullock carts. They all were going to the fair. One little boy was there with his parents. When the child saw a toy shop, he was fascinated. But the parents kept on calling, "Come, child, come." When he heard that his parents were calling, he came like an obedient child. He followed them. When he again pleaded for the toys, his father gave an annoyed look. They crossed the flowering mustard field. Beautiful scenic beauty is shown here. He also wanted to catch the dragonflies and also the butterfly. But whenever he tried to play with them, the mother would call, "Come, child, come." Again, when he entered a grove is a group of trees, he also wanted to collect the petals in his hands. And he also heard the cooing of doves. Beautiful. But at the same time, his parents didn't want him to stop there. The child was not able to see all these things, but he was happy that he was going to the fair. Part 2. The scene of the fair. They all entered the fair, full of throngs, huge crowd, overcrowded place. At one side, the child was a bit scared to see such a large crowd, huge crowd. But also he was excited to see the shops, as if they were calling out him. In the fair, children, what you see normally? Yes, you can keep on adding number of things. But in this we have to learn what were the things the child wanted. In order to make these points easy, I am using the alphabets A, B, C for all these things that the child desired to have. A. He saw a sweet shop. A man calling out, Gulab Jamun, Rasgulla, Barfi, Jalebi. These sweets were of different colors and decorated with leaves of silver and gold. He wanted to have his favorite sweet. Do you know what was that? It was Barfi. But he knew that his parents would call him greedy. So he left this thought of buying and moved ahead. B. Next stall was a flower seller, one who was selling a garland of gulmohar. The child was excited to see these beautiful flowers. He went near and said, I want that garland. But again, he knew that his parents would refuse, so he moved on. See, this stall was of beautiful, colorful balloons. Yellow, red, green, purple, all colored. The shiny, silken colors. I know you can visualize this. No, it was very difficult for him to resist. He wanted them all. But his heart knew that the moment he will ask for the balloons, his parents would say, You are a grown-up child. You are too old to play with such toys. No. D. After this, he saw a snake charmer who was playing a flute to a snake which was inside a basket coiled. The snake was moving on the notes of the music played by the snake charmer. But he knew that his parents had forbidden him, stopped him. They didn't want him to hear such coarse music, harsh music. So he proceeded further. E. Point. This time, the child saw a swing, moving in a whirling motion, round and round and round. All those who were enjoying this loudly shouted, made shriek sound, and cried. They were rejoicing the ride. This time he gathered courage and requested for this roundabout. He really wanted to go there. He was so excited, he turned around. And you know what did he see? He was shocked. He was surprised, amazed, stunned to see that his parents were not there. There was no sign of them. Part 3. Missing child. Children, can you imagine how the child would have felt? He was frightened. He ran from here to there, looking for his parents. He went deep inside the crowd, continuously crying, kept on calling, tears rolling down the eyes. He was panic-stricken. His yellow turban was untied. His clothes became dirty. He ran to a temple's shrine, around which people were crowded. There was no place even to stand. But he struggled hard to enter. The crowd was very thick. When he was inside, he kept on looking for his parents, here, there, everywhere. He was hurt, he was hit, but still he kept on looking. Part 4. Kind Man. At this time, a stranger heard his voice. He could see that one child was crying, loudly calling out for the parents. He came near. He took the child in his arms. He asked him about his whereabouts. He asked a few questions like, "How did you get here? Whose baby are you? What's your name?" But the child cried more bitterly. He could say only one thing, "I want my mother. I want my father." The stranger was a kind-hearted man. He tried to soothe him. But the child kept on crying intensely. He was desperate. He wanted to be again with his parents. He was helpless. Last part 5. Things or parents? This man was willing to help the little child. He wanted to have a talk so that he could get some details about him. But the child was continuously crying. He was not ready to speak, to share anything. The man took him to the place of the snake charmer and said, "Listen to that nice music, child." But this nice music turned out to be coarse, harsh for him. He put his hands on his ears. He was not ready even to listen. He shouted again, "I want my mother. I want my father." The man took him near the balloons. He wanted to distract his attention. He asked, "Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon?" But the child turned his eyes from that silky, shiny colors of the balloon. He sobbed and said, "I want my mother. I want my father." But the man was not ready to leave him like this. He tried again. He asked him again, "Look, can you smell those nice flowers, child? Would you like a garland to put around your neck?" What happened? But the child again turned his nose away from that basket of flowers and said, "I want my mother. I want my father." Last place, the sweet shop. The man took him there and asked, "What sweets would you like to have, child?" But it looked that all the sweets have now become tasteless for him. He said, what did he say? He said, "I want my mother. I want my father." So children, with this note, the chapter ends. We can say that the ending is quite abrupt. We don't know what would have happened. It just leaves us with a thought. But the reason is that the writer profoundly holds the theme. How a lost child was not ready to have anything except to be again with his parents. All the other things that he wanted once have no worth. Only one wish, to get back with the parents. What do you think happened in the end? Do you think the child could meet with his parents? This is one question also that you have to answer later on. I hope you are able to understand the chapter. Children, after learning something, revision is very important. So we are revising the whole chapter in the form of main points. 1. This story is about a small child. 2. The child is being taken to the fair by his parents. 3. There are many attractions in the fair for the child like balloons, merry-go-round, toys, eatables, etc. 4. The child asks for these things from his parents. 5. The parents are walking in the fair, hence they have no desire to buy things for the child. 6. The crowd is thick and the parents try to move through it holding the hand of the child. 7. At one stage, the child is attracted by the roundabout. He slipped out of his parents' hands by chance. 8. He starts crying, asking for his father and mother. 9. A kind person picks the child up and tries to console him. 10. The person offers him balloon and other things which he wanted earlier. 11. But now the child does not want anything. 12. He keeps crying and saying, I want my mother, I want my father. So dear children, I hope you have understood the complete story, a beautiful short story composed by Mulk Raj Anand. After this, I want to tell you that it is very important to do the questions given in your book, the moments. All these questions you have to do. A few questions I want to discuss here. Question 1. What are the things the child sees on his way to the fair? Why does he lag behind? Question 2. In the fair, he wants many things. What are they? Why does he move on without waiting for an answer? Question 3. When does he realize that he has lost his way? How have his anxiety and insecurity been described? Question 4. Why does the lost child lose interest in the things that he had wanted earlier? Question 5 is value based. You have to give the answer from your own analysis and thought. What do you think happens in the end? Does the child find his parents? Do you think he was able to meet with his parents? After this, dear students, I want to discuss one important question. It is, justify the title, The Lost Child. This is a very important question. After this last beautiful line, I want my father, I want my mother, we end this chapter. For home assignment, questions are given. Complete them and submit it after the school reopens. Wish you good luck.